All right, let's talk about culture-centric or culture-powered marketing. I mean, what the heck is it, and what does it mean? Well, for good or bad, and mostly good, all marketing materials from here on out and all the content produced by marketing teams for companies and businesses across the country won't necessarily define their brand any longer. In fact, you could make the greatest of commercials and the most professional promo videos ever, but brand definition is no longer simply a fancy logo or a well-crafted commercial. Company and business brands are now being defined by the culture of those companies. That is, how those companies work together internally and how that company's service is then experienced by the customer. But hasn't it always been that way? Haven't customers always had the power to define a brand's meaning by relaying stories to friends about their experience with a business? Well, sure they have, but not on this scale they haven't. Today, a poor customer experience, or several of them, can spread like wildfire through social media. One bad experience can be relayed to hundreds and then thousands of people by a few keystrokes. And we're just seeing it happen more and more now, from Vibram shoes to Skechers to Naked Juice. Exaggerated products and services and marketing scams can be uncovered in seconds with a simple Google search. Companies whose culture is more focused on upselling unnecessary products and services rather than providing the customer what he or she really wants and needs have been exposed and passed along on social media to thousands, in some cases millions. You know, this can happen on a national or a regional or a local scale. But it's not just the customer experience that can define a brand more quickly than ever now, but internally, unhappy employees and past employees can spread the word about unhealthy company cultures, bad bosses, and purposeful misinformation to the public. In short, it makes sense to work out the cultural landscape and identity of your company before you even bother to begin to create a marketing campaign. That campaign might work for a little while, but if you haven't really done due diligence internally, no amount of spiffy logos and magical advertisements are going to fix poor customer and employee experiences. But even more than that, it should be your company culture that helps define your branding, content, and marketing message in the first place. People are sick of fakey marketing campaigns. Years ago, marketing content had to be polished, washed, and then polished again. Professional promotional videos, photos, and roaringly verbose commercials and advertisements ruled the day. Marketing content these days doesn't require the same kind of spit and polish to make a difference, but it does require less bluster and more authenticity and honesty. Customers aren't looking for an over-groomed canned message anymore. They want to know who you are, what you believe in, and what your story is before they buy into your brand. Companies with great cultures can develop their brand and their content in an authentic way because they believe in what they're doing. They don't have to mastermind a plot to trick customers into buying a product or service they may not even believe in themselves. Alright, so if company culture is so darn important, then how do you fix or change the culture at your place of business? Well, more about that in part 2 next week.